you should portray it. So just take your hand, whichever hand you are comfortable. Interlock your fingers, everyone. Interlock your fingers. This is how you lock. And correctly between the nipple. You interlock your fingers and just press it down for about 2 inches or 5 centimeter, and per minute you should go for 100 to 120 compressions with super speed. You make sure that it's better to lay down exactly at their chest. You should be in a kneel down position. You are going to compress for 100 to 120 compressions per minute. It's important that you go for 100 to 120 compressions, and if in some cases you can go for mouth-to-mouth ventilation. Some doctors recommend it, some doctors don't recommend it, but because of the mouth-to-mouth ventilation, you have the faster supply of oxygen to a person. So mouth-to-mouth ventilation can be performed after 30 compressions, which is you pinch their nose. It's important you close their nose. Then make sure if there's something in their mouth, it's important that you remove it with your fingers. Don't take other equipments like pens and these things. Think like a doctor when you're saving someone's life. Okay? So just close their nose and just open. You should be giving 2 breaths for 30 compressions, and the person's chest should raise above. Mouth-to-mouth ventilation is not recommended for adults, and if you are, if you wanted to do it, you can go for it. And if you are feeling tired when doing the CPR, it's important to take help of someone else. So, for adults, it's important you go for 100 to 120 compressions and 2 breaths. For 30 compressions for 30 minutes. At least for 30 minutes, whenever possible. And there are 2 risks involved when after you perform CPR. One thing is the person's ribcage may get damaged, the breastbone may get broken up, and some may feel chest pain. And I wanted to mention this point that only there is a chance of 10% of person's survival after CPR. Only 10%. Even if it's 0.01%, it's important to focus. Now we have completed with the adults one. Let's go for children 1 to 8 years. How to perform for a child between 1 to 8 years. So you use only one hand, whichever hand you are comfortable. For child as well, for the child between 1 to 8 years, it's important to press 100 to 120 compressions per minute to 2 inches. Same as an adult. 100 to 120 compressions per minute, and mouth-to-mouth ventilation is not important. Is it okay? You should go. Your hand movement is going to change now. Please put this one. Everyone, this one. Not like a gun, but like this. Make sure you keep your fingers together close. And now see why. Please don't. So you should, as you did for adults and children, it's not for child. You're dealing with a small child, infant. You should go exactly at the line of the nipple area, the underline. Cut exactly exactly below the nipple area. 100 to 120 compressions. It should go with finger, not with the palm. For infant, make sure you do that. And for child, it's 1 to 1.5 inches.